3.6 is just a little bit away, and so is the character that has, more time than ever now, obviously, because he's phase 2, Heng. Not even going to try to say the other part of his name because I don't know how. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you over everything you do need to know in order to take him from level 1 to 80 and max out his traces, the general materials, standard shadow materials, trace materials, and also relic sets to farm. Do note this video just accounts for Heng himself, it doesn't account for his light cone, so keep that in mind when watching this video, and let's get straight into it. Just like any other character, books-wise, you do need about 290 purple books in order to take them to level 80. For everything credits-wise, you will need a total of about 3.9 million credits. For Tracks of Destiny, as like everyone else, you also will need 8 Tracks of Destiny for his traces. The common materials he is going to be using are the ones right here. Sorry, I had no blue ones, but these ones down here again. So 56 of the green ones, 71 of the blue ones, and 73 of the purple ones. Probably have a ton of these laying around. This should be no problem as it's been in M4A since it did release. I'm pretty sure this is the one that was there when it released. But if you're a newer player or you just happen to use up a bunch of these so you don't have enough, you can just go ahead and track enemies, and also you can set your assignments to them as well. Assignments plus, killing enemies is going to take you very, very quick to get enough. It's really, really easy to get this out the way. So it's definitely a good starting point to get out the way if you don't have. The second shadow material he's going to be using is the one from right here in Dragonbone City, Styxia, and you will need a total of 65 of these. So be sure to farm these ones, not any of these ones. He is using this one in Styxia again. Second shadow is very easy to get out the way as you practically only need a full day's worth of stamina and a little more if you are the highest equilibrium level. And even if you're not, it's really easy to get out the way quick. For stamina related things, you should definitely start on this first just to get it out the way. Again, it takes very, very little time, so it is definitely the recommended one to do first. The trace material he's going to be using is the Bud of Preservation from the Clock Studios theme park, so not Supply Zone. Do not farm this one, farm this one right here. The total amount you will need is 18 green ones, 69 blue ones, and 139 purple ones. You have a lot of time as opposed to Evernight because Dawning is second half, so you can very much have all this ready, the materials you need from Second Shadow and all trace materials to max out all his traces. So you could take your time with this because again, as I'm uploading this, there is many, many weeks till he does release, so you are good to go. The Echo of War material he's going to be using is the one from the Glance of Twilight, and you will need a total of 12 of these. Highest equilibrium level drops 3 per run, so you only need 4 runs, so you get 3 runs a week. You can use them all on this and then do 1 extra, or you just happen to have enough. Also very easy to knock this out the way. For relic sets, if you are wanting to farm him a set, you definitely should wait as there is going to be a brand new set in 3.6 that is his best in slot. As we take a look here, the 2-piece increases shield effect by 10% and the 4-piece increases shield provided by the wearer by 12%. When an ally target has a shield provided by the wearer, the ally target's crit damage increases by 15%. Dawning's main and core role is being a shield sustain, and this is going to further beef up his shield potential. And in one of his changes, they did nerf his shielding potential and change the set. They practically took out the shielding capability of his kit by a decent amount and put it into the set, so it cancels out when you do give him the set. So for maximum shield strength, which is what you do want to focus on, is going to be this set for what you do want to run. It also gives them the opportunity to buff your allies a little more with 15% crit damage. So your main DPS that you are sustaining is going to do more damage. If you have someone else like a sub DPS on the team, they can do more damage, and also Dawning himself can do more damage if he does crit. There are 2 different 2-pieces you do want to use, and one of them is the 2%, and one of them is a 2-piece increasing attack percent set, so Musketeers, the Dot set, Wind Soaring set, and also the Hero set. You want to pair that with either another attack percent increasing one, so you can get 24% attack, so 2-piece Hero with 2-piece Wind Soaring, or one of those with Dot, or one of those with Musketeer. Or you can combine 2-piece of one of the attack percent increasing sets and do a 2-piece speed set, so 2-piece Hackerspace, 2-piece Relieved Ordeal, or 2-piece Warrior Goddess. Dawning also does want to be built with a relatively, practically just as much speed as possible, ideally getting to hyper speed if you are able to, so the extra 2-piece speed is very, very helpful. Even with it, if you can't reach hyperspeed, you really just want to get as much speed as possible, so that's why it is also very important. There's not really a 4-piece you want to use on him except the upcoming one, so in the meantime, 2-piece of either 2-piece attack, or 2-piece attack and 2-piece speed. For planet ornaments, you really just give him any of the supportive sets, so Lushaka is going to be the best, just like any other character where Lushaka is best for support. 5% energy regen rate, and 12% attack for the character positioned first in the team lineup. Dan Heng's ultimate is also important to get, as it does also refresh shield, so the extra 5% energy regen rate is good, and he is going to mostly be paired with characters that benefit from attack, so the person positioned first is going to get a nice 12% attack increase. You still very much can use other supporter sets as well, like Keel works fine, it's a bit outdated, but 10% effect res and 30% effect res or higher gives everyone 10% crit damage, so that's just nice extra damage as well. You can also use Penacony for the extra 5% energy regen rate and 10% damage for all other allies that are the same type as the wearers, so you would only use this if you are pairing him with another physical DPS. And you also still can actually use Ageless on him. 12% max HP is not worthless in case your shield breaks, but you really don't want it. If it was attack, it would be better. But 8% attack for everyone when speed reaches 120 or higher. This also does benefit him, so he can get a slightly stronger shield as well. So attack increase, making your allies do more damage, and also increasing his own shield. You also can use Space Sealing Station. Gives you up to a 24% increase to attack, 12% attack, and also an extra 12% attack with 120 speed or higher. 24% attack for himself, so it's really just increasing his shield effect. And that does practically wrap it up. Again, quick reiteration, purple books wise, you do need about 290, while with credits, you need about 3.9 million. Common materials are these ones down here, totaling of a need of 56 green ones, 71 blue ones, and 73 purple ones, and also 8 tracks of destiny for his traces. Stagnant Shadow Essential material is the one in Dragonbone City 6, and you need a total of 65 of these. Trace material is the one from Butter Preservations, Clock Studios theme park. Again, don't farm the one from Supply Zone. You need a total of 18 green ones, 69 of the blue ones, and 139 of the purple ones. The Echo of War material he's going to be using is the one from the Glance of Twilight, and you need 12 of these. And as for relic sets, as I mentioned previously, if you want to farm for a 4-piece, wait for that upcoming set that increases shield strength and also does provide some crit damage to your allies, as it is his best foreign slot. As it is his best in slot for a 4-piece. If not that, and while you are waiting or when he does come out and you're farming for it, you can do 2-piece attack and 2-piece speed, or 2-piece attack and 2-piece attack. So Wind Soaring, Hero, Musketeer, and the Dot set are all attack percent increasing sets for 2-piece, and Hackerspace, Relieved Ordeal, and Warrior Goddess are speed increasing sets at 2-piece. For planet ornaments, the best one overall is Lushaka, but you can use any of the other supporter sets such as Penacony, Keel, even Ageless. And if none of those, you still can use Space Sealing Station for up to a 24% attack increase for Dan Heng himself to further improve his shield strength. And that does wrap up the full pre-farm guide for Dan Heng, taking you over everything, including his materials, trace materials, ascension, and also what relics you should wait on farming, usable sets in the meantime, and also planner ornaments. I do hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, drop a like, would be greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel or haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon for future videos like this, along with all the types of Star Wars content. And I'll see you later. Peace out.